Like I said before, there goes Shannon Brown. But so does Brandon Roy, only that he has the tendency to retire very soon due to his injuries. Like I've recently read today. Well, in this case, take good care, B. Roy. You're a valiant Blazer warrior. But the main purpose of this video of mine today is a breaking news in the city of Mama Statue of Liberty, where free agent Tyson Chandler has agreed to a deal with the New York Knicks, where he will join forces with Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire. With Tyson Chandler, the Knicks will gain a solid defense presence in the middle, who can rebound, play defense, and create space in pick and pop and pick and roll situations with the primary perimeter players like Melo. And at the same time, he will take off a huge burden of Amari Stoudemire's rather weak defense and rebound ability, so Amari can focus on his offense more. About in the range of $58 million for 4 years, that deal shall cost, according to ESPN insider sources. So the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls may have another competitor in the East. We should be all excited about the new look Knicks and see whether they are ready for the challenge. Other insider sources indicate that New Jersey Nets owner Mikhail Prokhorov, Nets GM Billy King, and Dwight Howard had a meeting in Miami discussing about a possible trade scenario without further knowledge of the Orlando Magic organization. Sounds fishy to me, but anyhow, the Magic management may consider filing tampering charges against the Nets. Dwight Howard, on the other hand, declined that this secret meeting ever took place. Well, how about that? Let's stay out with the Orlando Magic, where a first trade took place between the Boston Celtics, who sent Big Baby Davis in return for Brandon Bass. Big Baby's big mouth was obviously too much for Coach Doc Rivers and basketball operations President Danny Ainge to handle, so they pulled the trigger to give Brandon Bass a warm welcome, and the stats indicate that Bass is the slightly better rebounder than Big Baby Davis. Finally, the Magic used their amnesty clause to waive Gilbert Arenas. Is it a case or a reason for the Bulls to follow up? Let's head directly to South Beach, where Mario Chalmers agreed to a deal to keep playing alongside the Big Three of Miami, and so is James Jones. With Mario Chalmers obviously anxious to be the legitimate starting point guard of the Heat, he will have to show more than just three-pointers and learn to be more confident in pushing the tempo, or otherwise it will always be LeBron or Wade taking care of the ball handling anyways. With James Jones resigning, the Heat will maintain at least one weapon available from downtown off the bench, which is actually his only ability on the team. Grant Hill is staying with the Phoenix Suns for one more year in a deal worth $6.5 million, which would affect Steve Nash's decision to stay in Phoenix, as he claimed a week ago or two, which will obviously be the case. Last but not least, the Sacramento Kings agreed to extend the deal of young talent Marcus Thornton in a 5-year deal worth $40 million. But it'll be a long way to go until the team of Sacramento is gonna reach a royal status again. Earlier, before this lockout, the Cleveland Cavaliers have dealt J.J. Hickson to Sacktown for Omri Casby. But since I know J.J. Hickson a little bit more, before LeBron made the decision, I must say he's still kind of underdeveloped as a power forward. And a little bit skinny as well. He has to grow more muscle in order to compete against the best power forwards of the league. A lot of work in progress in Sacktown. I wish I could talk a little more about the Oklahoma City Thunder, but nothing has occurred yet. Maybe they can snatch a Gilbert Arenas to help out in the backcourt to replace James Harden. But personally, I think Tyson Chandler would have fit in OKC, but I guess the price would have been too heavy. And Kendrick Perkins really isn't an offensive threat at center, which would be such a benefit as the next step. The bottom line for OK City is that Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook ought to play more together like a duo. And my German insider magazine Basket verifies with precision that Westbrook's style of playing the playoffs was kind of selfish. So that's it for today, and now enjoy the Blitz Hardcore podcast tonight in your US time, because I'm gonna sleep now. Peace.